Okay, I'm gonna try and get this video out as soon as possible, so let's just get straight into it, Philip DeFranco style. Funny. Twinkle Precure is the name of the new Precure series. And at first I was gonna say, I don't know, we'll see. My very first reaction to the logo was, that logo looks bad. The logo's already grown on me. The logo's literally been out for like half an hour or so by now, maybe a little longer. So a lot of this is me kind of rushing to get the video and everything out and get my opinions out before anyone else does. But there's a lot to talk about, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting to justify an entire video about one logo. Now, preferably this would be a short video, but you know. So, Twinkle Precure. First of all, immediately, what's the theme? I looked at it and was like, it's space themed. And then a bunch of people on the Precure Discord were like, it's idol themed. And so now we're going to cross the roads, and this is going to be the big kind of giant debate everyone's going to have for the next couple months before the actual catalog scans come out. Is it space themed or is it idol themed? On one hand, it could be idol themed because Twinkle Precure, as in idols are stars. But it could also be space themed because it's a star in a more literal sense of the word. And I think that space is not only a cooler idea, but it makes more sense. Now, I know that sounds weird because it's like, you sure? It's Precure. Surely idols would make more sense. No, because Toei are a smart business. I don't agree with Toei most of the time. They make a lot of dumb decisions, but they're at least financially sound decisions. Usually, they're really good at making a series that sells well, and even if that series doesn't sell well, it's one that sounds like it would sell well in theory. And an idol-themed Precure wouldn't do very well, especially right now, because of oversaturation. We already have an overly saturated market when it comes to girls-aimed idol anime. We've already got Love Live, we've already got iCats, we've already got Idol Master, we've already got all that other stuff. Girls have tons of idol stuff to watch. And Precure, the thing that makes Precure stand out and the reason it took off so well was it was a magical girl anime aimed at girls that had fight scenes in it. It was directed by Dragon Ball Z's director. It was animated by Toei. People liked that kind of mix. And so caving in and just doing what every other girls-themed anime is doing at the moment would be dumb, especially doing it now, because idols were at their height around about 3 or so years ago anyway. So now would be kind of them getting really late in the game. Not only this, but idols are expensive. If Toei were wanting to go in on idols, they'd go all in on idols and they'd make an entire franchise out of it. Why buy like 4 or 5 idols to be in the series if you're only going to be able to use them for a year? Think about that. You know, stuff like Love Live usually lasts way longer than a year before they switch out the cast, whereas a Precure, it's every single year, unless they decide to do another Max Heart style series, but I'm pretty sure Toei have already said they don't want to do that. So, financially, idol series seems like something they'd had to sink a lot of money into, but it wouldn't get much out. And I could see them having 1 or 2 idol cast members, but not an entire 4 Precure team. Now, why do I say 4 cures? Well, because in the bottom right and the bottom left corner of the star, we have the 4 different colors. We've got pink, yellow, blue, and purple, more of a kind of lilac purple. And I feel like that pretty definitively confirms that there's going to be 4 cures, at least near the beginning. Maybe we're going to get a 5th one. Other than that, we also have the quill in the bottom right. I think it's a quill. A lot of people think it's some kind of like angel feather or something. I definitely think it's a quill because it looks like it's writing the line. Maybe we can have a calligraphy sub-theme similar to Shinkenjo when they had to use the transformation device to kind of draw or write so that they could transform. I could definitely see something like that. It's the new era soon. So I think this would be the first series of the new era, so it would make sense for them to go back to basics and to do something paying homage to the past of Magical Girls. Not the past of Precure, because we only just had the anniversary series of Hugto, but the past of Magical Girls. And this is why I think, this is another reason I think it's space themed. I think this is going to be a series that pays homage to Sailor Moon. I don't think it's going to rip off Sailor Moon. I don't think it's going to have cameos from Sailor Moon or crossovers or anything like that. But I think it's going to certainly pay homage to the magical girl genre in general, and the best way of doing that would be to have a space-themed series like Sailor Moon did. And I think there's a lot of potential that you could capitalize upon. And I think the space just has more potential for toys, because with idols, it's like you can have a microphone as like the transformation device or something, I guess. But there's not much else you can really do in terms of toys and power-ups and stuff that I can think of. Again, I'm not the biggest into idols, so maybe I'm wrong. But with space, you've got basically anything ever for space. I also just like how gender neutral space is. A lot of Precure series seem to be very kind of generically feminine, and there's nothing wrong with that because, you know, it is a show for girls. But I like having more variety in terms of the themes and stuff like Sentai does, where Sentai keeps switching between all these different, drastically different themes and stuff. I mean, it reuses the same themes over and over again, but other than that, there's a nice amount of variety. And I'd like to see Precure do something like that, which is another reason I think it would be space themed. Yeah, bottom line, I'm really looking forward to this series. There's a surprising amount to kind of go into with that logo, because that's what it is. It's a logo, and I'm probably wrong. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if literally everything I've said in this video ends up not applying to the actual Precure series itself. But assuming it is space themed, I'm really interested. If it's idol theme, I don't care. If it's anything else, I might be interested. But space theme sounds cool. Of course, if I got to choose any theme at all, I would choose trains. I really want a train theme series. A train theme series would be cool. Yeah, no, that's Precure 2019. Shining Star Twinkle Precure. I'm good at this. Yeah.